Seasoner
and Co.
You ready?
Yeah.
Welcome to... What? No, it's fine.
Let's do it again. From the top, people.
Welcome to Second-Hand Haunting, where we read ghost stories out of a second-hand book I got second-hand from a friend and try and make sense of them.
Which friend? Do you want to do a shout out?
I will in a minute.
Okay. And
That'll
not
work.
make fun of them?
Oh yeah, and make fun of them. Or sense of them? I don't know. What's our intro again? I don't think we've done a straight one for possibly all year.
Oh, when have we ever?
Episode 2.
Yeah, so I guess I just jumped straight in there, didn't I? But yeah, we can make sense of them. We can make fun of them. Sense and fun.
That's the one. Ooh.
That rhymed.
This doesn't.
Nope.
No,
it does not. But that look on your face was priceless.
We are not doing a video podcast. I don't know how many times I have to tell you.
At least one more.
The book I have for you today was given to us by Ellen. Do you remember Ellen from our Ouija board episode?
Yes.
Yeah, last Halloween? Yeah.
That was nice of her.
It was. She works as a librarian. That is her profession, her career. And she happened upon this little book during a clear out one day called Shadows, Tales of South Australia's Supernatural, with the eXXaminers. Now, that's examiners with 2 X's. Would you care to guess who the 2 X's are?
I don't know, but I definitely don't want to stay friends with them.
All right, one is Michael X. Savvas, who you probably don't know, and that's fine. The other is Adelaide's own weatherman, Xavier Minniecon.
Oh my god! Who's that?
Okay. I don't know how much Channel 9 news you've watched during your time. I've just realised... Wait, when did you move to Adelaide?
I moved to Adelaide near on 15 years ago, and in that time, I have not watched a single minute of 9 news.
Okay. Wait, hang on.
But do you know why? Because we've had streaming service.
Okay.
Actually, no, that's not true. I do watch a surprisingly large amount of ABC News.
Okay. That's a shame. That's a real shame. Okay. So Xavier Minniecon was Adelaide's Channel 9 News weather presenter on the weekends, every weekend from 1997 to 2011.
Nice.
So anybody listening from Adelaide will know Xavier Minniecon.
Okay, so is someone you grew up watching?
Yes,
okay.
Absolutely.
Yeah. Well, to be fair, back in the olden times, when I was a mere knee-high to a grasshopper lad, we watched public television, put on a television and you had to watch channels.
Yeah. You were stuck with 7, 9, 10 ABC or SBS.
And you couldn't pause it or rewind it or skip to another show. You just watch the stream. Oh, is that the first streaming? The first version of streaming?
I have no idea. But if you wanted to know what the weather was looking like this week, you'd be getting that from Xavier Minniecon on Channel 9.
Oh, and they always had the news on from all the channels all at the same time.
Yeah.
So you had to pick one of them.
Yeah.
Or, shock horror, do something else with your time.
How else are you going to know what the weather's going to be, though, Ollie? I don't care about war in Iraq again. I don't care about disasters in Venezuela. I don't even care about the sports results. But I do care about the weather.
It's an important aspect of our lives.
Yep.
And it's also the same way that I start pretty much every business call I have.
You're not one of those weather guys, are you?
Oh, come on. There's anything else to talk about.
Oh, my God. Just get into it.
But when you're waiting for other people, though, you're waiting 5 minutes for everybody to join the call.
You join with your camera and your microphone off, and you wait until there's at least 4 people in before activating either of them.
No, definitely. I'm the guy that's like, hey, What's your weather like? Well, I mean, I do have the benefit of the fact that I work with people all around the country and all around the world. So inevitably we have like people with different weather. So we get to, talk for 5 minutes about how it's hot over there, but it's cold over here. It is riveting.
Remind me never to get on a Zoom calling with you.
Sounds fair. But one day, whether you like it or not, I will talk to you about the weather.
I'll just turn around. The day that you ask me about the weather, I'm gone.
I don't ask you about it. I'll go straight in.
I got hailed on today. Jesus Christ.
I actually got hailed on a couple...
Stop it.
A couple weeks back.
Not even today's weather.
True.
This is my nightmare.
During that time, it was like piles of hail. Oh, what a time. Anyway... Look, Xavier, hero of the time.
Yeah, has a special place in any Adelaidean's heart.
So, did he write a book?
He did.
He wrote a book.
The
Weatherman wrote a book. The Weatherman currently co-wrote a book.
You okay?
No, I'm losing it. I've lost the plot over here. The Weatherman co-wrote a ghost book. That's what he was doing in his spare time.
Yes. Yep.
I love that for him.
Now, keeping in mind, he was state famous weatherman from 1997 to 2011.
So, sellout book.
And this book was published in 1999. So this is hardly the height of his fame as a weatherman.
Oh, okay.
But he would have been known. I think he's meant to be the star power for this particular book.
Oh my god, is there Adelaide Jail in the back?
Oh, you've seen it already. Okay. Yes, Ollie, I was trying to connect today's episode to last week's episode about the old Adelaide Jail. Have a look at the front cover there.
I was going to say, I feel like you successfully have done that.
All right, Ollie, you care to explain what's on the front cover of that there book?
I feel like they should have made a TV show out of this. Shadows... You know where I feel like they've gone wrong, though? Is like they've included South Australia. Shadows, Tales of South Australia's Supernatural. If they just called it like Supernatural Shadows, there's your show.
I think if they were to parlay that into a television show, I think they could probably just call it Shadows.
Shadows?
Yeah. Shadows with the eXXaminers.
I forgot about the eXXaminers down the bottom.
Yep. Because you see, Ollie, they both have an X in their name somewhere.
No, I got it.
And that's what drew them together.
Really?
Yup.
I mean, to be fair, if there's, one way to make friends. What, you've got an X in your name too? What? Let's be besties. Love it. Also, I love the pop art version of the Adelaide Jail in the background as well.
Right. So that is absolutely the old Adelaide Jail that they're standing in front of, or have been composited in front of. But they've gone over it with, the windows are all red, and the sky is lime green.
Love it.
And everything else is way too dark.
They're in black and white.
Yes.
Like ghosts.
It's terrible. It's the worst cover. I've seen a lot of bad covers of these books. That's the worst one.
I actually kind of like their stance, though. The way that they're posing. I feel like it's so of the time.
Yes. It's extremely 1999. It's like The Matrix meets the Backstreet Boys.
So I think you have to look at it through that lens. I feel like if you were looking at it through a 1990s lens, then I think all of that would make sense.
I would agree it makes sense. Still sucks. You know what sucks even more?
Feel sorry for poor Xavier. Wherever
He's
he might
never
be.
going to hear this. I hope he doesn't. Xavier, look, if you are listening, send us an email. Links in the description. We'd love to have you on.
I was going to say, come on the show. Defend yourself. Yeah. Defend your honour!
Xavier or Michael, either of you. I know you're both still out there.
The X's.
Yep.
The eXXaminers.
I thought we could read their story about the old Adelaide Jail this week.
Sounds great. First of all, just love the book, love the cover. Hopefully there could be a couple of stories in there,
They don't have a single story about the jail.
No.
None.
Really?
It's on the cover and there isn't one.
Oh, that's ridiculous. So silly. Surely.
Right? Keep in mind that timeline.
Just make one up, guys.
That timeline that you might remember from last week is that the jail was falling into disrepair and was going to close before ghosts were found in it in 2001. It's 2 years after this book. Why is the jail on the cover? Look, I know that's a rhetorical question. And I suspect we're going to have a whole lot more questions that we're not going to have answers to if we read some of the actual stories in this book. So, how about I just give you a couple of names of stories and you can pick whichever one you want to do?
Okay, sure.
Yeah? We have There Goes Amelia. We have
There she goes. There she goes.
Amelia.
Amelia.
We have No Bull Shipp. Now, there's Shipp with 2 P's and an exclamation mark.
Perfect.
We have So That's Why It's Called Heaven.
He's looking at me saying no.
I'm only saying no because that one's a bit too long, I think, for tonight. Happy to do it at some point, though. We also have Truckie's Revenge or The Gong Show from Hell.
Look, all good options.
Would you like them again?
No. I'm going to go with Bullship.
No Bullship.
No Bullship.
All right, let's do it.
The title jumped out at me. Don't get me wrong, Truckie's Revenge sounds like a great old Australian tale.
It does, doesn't it? Okie dokie.
I kind of already made up my mind though, you know? Like, by the time I got there, I was like, oh, still pretty keen for No Bullshit.
No Bullship? Yeah. Throughout the course of this book, several people have had their names changed. Totally fair. One person using his real name is Captain Shipp.
So he was born into the profession?
I can only assume so.
Do you think you'd do that? Do you think if your name was like, I don't know, James Shipp, that you'd become a captain?
I think I'd stay as far away from water as possible.
I was going to say,
frankly.
I just feel like it would be like a bit on the nose.
Right? You know what? I didn't look it up. I wonder if he is actually real. Right? If he's a captain, he should be noted somewhere in history.
Imagine if your last name was Scalpel and you became a doctor. Dr. Scalpel.
I'm never going to find this guy. Google's just searched yes for Captain Shipp. Yeah, nothing's coming up. Oh well.
Bet you there's a blacksmith out there called something Smith.
Are you? I was going to drop a little information nugget on you, but are you making a joke?
No, like there must be, right? Like, oh.
Well, yeah, the first one.
Yeah, because they were Smithies, right?
Yeah, that's where the surname comes from.
Well, I mean, it's so common. It became so common that, you know,
because there's a lot of blacksmiths
that,
and they fucked.
Blacksmiths, they fuck. That's why.
Come on, man. When have you ever seen...
Do you reckon they're like the rock stars of the Middle Ages?
Yeah. Imagine those arms. Wouldn't you just love to be held by them?
Oh, God, that makes so much sense.
All right. Smiths aside, the other two are examples of nominative determinism.
Why there's so many Holmeses, I wonder? I think the name literally just means like a hill, like live on a hill. Just like a home. It used to be like a bell-shaped hill.
This is the last thing I'm looking up, but I'm curious now.
I can tell you that I have one of the most generic names in the world.
Oh, look at that. Can be derived from a name for someone who lived next to a holly tree.
Holmes?
Yeah. The holly tree used to be called a holm.
Oh, okay. I kind of swore I looked up and it was a bell-shaped hill.
It can also be derived from the Old English holm and Old Norse holmer. Doesn't say what those are about. Oh, God, there's so many. I think it's one of those things that...
At any rate, there's a lot out there.
Yeah. Holm means a lot of things, so it's come from lots of different places.
Yeah. So it's hard to relate it back to any one thing. Do you know, I've always been afraid... I used to think about getting one of those like DNA tests.
Nah, don't.
But now they're like, oh, they sell your DNA. And
yeah.
Did you hear about they solved a crime?
Yeah.
Did you hear about that? Yeah.
Yep.
So someone did the DNA test and then the police got the results and then they found the DNA of like a murderer.
They found the DNA of a close relative. So they're like, well, if we just go talk to the guy that is very, very close to the DNA, maybe the murderer, he'll know them. And it was like his uncle.
Yeah, so they're actually able to track down the murderer. Yeah.
So, which is worse, corporations having your DNA or the cops?
I mean, I don't feel like I've got anything to be afraid of, but still doesn't feel right.
No, it doesn't, does it? Is it worth knowing where you come from? If you give it to them, you know where you're going. To the old Adelaide jail. See last week's episode, because we can't talk about it this week. Thanks, eXXaminers. Right, we are 2 sentences into this sucker. Shall we keep going?
Yeah. How did it start?
There's a captain. His name is Shipp, and apparently that's real.
Okay, cool. Captain Shipp. I'm with you.
Even stranger than this is the salty maritime tale he related to us landlubbers. Captain Shipp is a practical, pragmatic type of chap, not prone to flights of fancy. He has been involved with ships throughout his working life. He has only ever had this one encounter with the supernatural, and said he, quote, didn't feel odd about it. At sea, you come to accept a lot, end quote. I feel like there's a lot of stories hiding in that sentence.
Like sodomy?
Sure.
You come to expect a lot at sea.
Whether it be your first mate or your pillow.
Oh, perfect.
In the early 70s, Captain Shipp had the honour of being chief officer on the ship Kooringa. Built in Newcastle in 1969 and belonging to Associated Steamship... Nope.
Steamship.
Steamship.
Steamshit.
Associated Steamship Proprietary Limited, it was the first container ship in the world to use fully cellular storage units. So I guess like the big shipping container that you think of now, this is the first ship to be able to hold those?
Cool.
Yeah, notable.
I wonder how old they are. It's funny, you have...
Probably not a lot older than 1969.
Yeah, I mean, I guess it's kind of funny when you think about it. Sometimes when you've had something around for the entirety of your life, you don't even think about how old the concept must be. I guess I never really thought of a time before shipping containers.
In my mind, it goes straight from barrels to shipping containers. There's nothing in the middle.
Exactly, this is what I'm saying, yeah. Because we went around to see the evolution.
Yeah.
I always wonder what it would be like for kids today, right? Like, they didn't see the evolution of,
Phones, technology, computers. Yeah. Why do you think they're all fucked? Hey, kids, if you're listening to this...
You're fucked.
Oh, we blew this episode, aren't we? We're not even drinking. What are we doing?
That must be it. It's the lack of wine.
I don't think that helps. The Aboriginal name Kooringa refers to a village in South Australia's Burra.
I think I've heard that before.
Yeah. At the time, Kooringa was sailing, the ship, not the town, was sailing in the Great Australian Bight. I will note that Bight here is spelt incorrectly.
To shame examiners.
Yeah. You would fail that exam. The chief engineer, Burnsy, became quite ill and Kooringa had to put ashore in Fremantle, Western Australia. Burnsy is a perfect Australian nickname, though. I believe Burnsy more than I believe Shipp.
I think Barnsey comes from South Australia. Something that Callum doesn't look proud of.
I guess I'm proud of him. Good on him. I don't like Cold Chisel, but good on him.
I think it was like the song, it's like cheap wine and... I think it was like, is it like cheap wine and a 3-day... I think I used to think it was home. It was like staying in a motel or something, but...
It's not cheap wine and a 3-day hoe, is it?
No.
I'm not looking anything else up.
I think actually we're supposed to be something to do with like a beard, when you let your beard go for like 3 days.
Oh.
Stubble. The 3 day stubble. Yeah, it's like a 3-day stubble, but he said something else. Anyway, Barnsey. I don't mind Barnsey. It might not be your cup of tea, but,
no, it's not.
Lots of people's cup of tea, though. He was quite popular.
Yeah. Cold Chisel. Australia's American band. I've stolen that joke from a mate. Sorry, Rob, but he's not listening.
We know this for sure.
I've invited him on and he said, no, I don't listen to podcasts.
I've met Rob.
I think he just can't figure it out.
I believe that statement.
Oh, goody. Some background on Burnsy. Burnsy had a couple of passions. The Carlton Footy Club And can you guess?
Cheap wine.
Yep. It's drinking. In fact, Captain Shipp said affectionately of old Burnsy, quote, he was a piss pot.
Well, if it was South Australia, it probably was wine. It probably was cheap wine.
Hey, where's Carlton? That's not Western Australia, is it?
Sure.
I don't care about football and I'm not looking anything else up.
No, I'm pretty sure.
It's not South Australia.
The Carlton Football Club is in Melbourne.
Okay.
But I don't know if that's where Carlton is. I'm going
to guess that's where Burnsy's from.
That would make sense. I feel like, you know what? I take it all back. Carlton's in Melbourne. Or Victoria. Somewhere in Victoria. Probably Melbourne.
According to Captain Shipp, quote, drinking in the maritime industry was part of it back then, end quote. I dare say it's probably still part of it now.
Probably part of a lot of industries.
Yeah. Sometimes, drinking made Burnsy lose the plot. When the ship was in dock, someone would collect any clothes that needed dry cleaning and take them ashore. Once, for a joke, a lark called out, dry cleaning, after they had been at sea for a couple of days. Oblivious to the joke, Burnsy emerged from his cabin with his suit to be dry cleaned.
Okay, but didn't throw it overboard or anything.
No.
That would have made it worse.
It would have. I don't know.
What a lark.
This says maritime industry, not navy. Why has he got a suit?
Look.
Just for shore leave? I guess it's the early 70s. You'd still put on a suit to go out to town.
Look who's talking.
I'm not on a ship. The vessel or the captain?
Like, I think if he just wants to dress nice, he can dress nice. For sure leave. He's probably not dressing in a suit just around the boat.
The fore.
What type of boat is it? Like a fishing boat? Is that?
No, it's like a freighter.
Of course it is. Sorry, yeah. Cargo boat, yeah.
Most importantly, Burnsy was still able to do his job effectively, and he knew everything about the ship, which he had been instrumental in designing.
Really? Design the ship?
Yep. Would you trust this ship? Knowing this man, would you trust it?
I mean, let's not drunk shame, Like, maybe he was a high-functioning alcoholic.
Yeah, I think you're probably spot on there.
Historically, if we consider how much drinking has happened, there's probably a lot of good inventions that have come out of alcoholics.
And heroin addicts, and cocaine addicts, and...
Oh, lots of great stuff's come from cocaine addicts. Switched on.
The financial industry as it stands.
Oh, that could be the problem.
I tell you what, I'm starting to get a little worried that it's going to be Burnsy who's seeing this ghost. Because I'm not going to believe him if he is. He could tell by merely listening to odd sounds if there was a problem with the ship and where its origin was.
Do you know what? I think I do trust Burnsy.
He's the ship whisperer.
Yeah.
The ship whisperer.
You had me at ship whisperer.
He loved the ship Kooringa and loved Carlton Footy Club.
Good old Carlton.
I don't know if this is going to be relevant, but okay. As he was involved in the building of the Kooringa, he put a Carlton rag doll and installed it in a glass case in the alleyway outside his door. I don't know where to start with that. I mean, if he's designed the ship, I guess he can design a little display case for his own doll.
I was actually trying to look up Carlton to see whether or not they had like an animal or something, but it doesn't
seem... just like a dark blue with a white insignia, right?
Yeah, like, are they the only football team that doesn't have like some sort of animal mascot?
Possibly.
It says home of the Baggers. The Baggers?
Carlton Baggers?
That's weird.
I don't think that's any better than nothing. Anyway, get out of there, you.
Just wanted like...
What are you doing now?
I was Googling Carlton Football Club animal.
There isn't one. They're Carlton.
Captain Carlton, a male superhero.
Oh no!
Up the Captain Carltons.
Oh, okay, fine. While you're there, are they from Victoria? Are they VFL?
Oh, yeah, definitely.
Yeah, okay.
Look at you, VFL.
I've listened to my dad rant about the VFL enough to remember it.
Anyway. So, Carlton mascot, little doll. It's probably the mascot. It's a little doll.
Yeah, little captain.
Little Captain Carlton.
Well, I'm not going to say it's not adorable.
Adorable little Captain Carlton. Hello, little Captain Carlton. He's a cute little football player.
Now, you might remember we said that Burnsy became quite ill, and that's why they had to pull in at Fremantle. Yeah?
One too many of the cheap wines.
Well, Burnsy never recovered from his illness and died in Fremantle.
Oh, bugger.
Associated Steamship Proprietary Limited organised a replacement chief engineer who had never met Burnsy, and Kooringa went back to sea.
Do you know, if I was Burnsy, I would haunt the shit out of that vessel. Like, if I designed it and worked on it...
And threw up in it.
And was the ship whisperer.
Yeah.
Like, you better believe that I'm going to go back and live on that vessel until it sinks.
I am rather enjoying the little building blocks of this story that we've got so far.
Maybe the examiners are not too shabby after all, huh?
Yeah. Soon after, Chief Officer Shipp had the 4 to 8 o'clock watch. So I guess this is before he was the captain.
Mm-hmm.
Gibson, the new chief engineer, approached him looking white. He said that he had just experienced something very strange. He had been sitting in his cabin, which was previously Burnsy's cabin, reading the paper. Without saying a word, a man walked through Gibson's day cabin into his sleeping cabin. Gibson knew the man was not one of his engineers and wondered what he was up to. There was only one way in and out of the sleeping cabin, yet when Gibson checked inside, there was no one there.
Woo! No one there! That was awful.
That's going.
That was real bad.
No, it's not. Gibson explained that the man was very tall and gangly, with grey hair and a craggy face. He wore clean white overalls, gloves, and had a torch in his pocket. Then it was Chief Officer Shipp's turn to whiten as he realised that Gibson's description of his intruder fit Burnsy completely. I mean, there's absolutely no look of shock or surprise on Ollie's face, listener. He is as stone-faced as he's ever been. He's bored by this bullshit.
Oh, no. It was just the expectation.
Well,
expectation met.
Oh, we're not done yet.
What does Burnsy have in store for us next?
I want him to, as a ghost, grab the little doll and, float it through the ship chasing people, but I don't think that's where we're going.
To be continued on the next episode. No, I'm kidding.
Do you think Burnsy as a ghost was ectoplastered?
His ghost was ectoplastered?
Yeah, just throwing up all over the place. I don't know. Let's go on. Don't worry.
Oh, okay. I get it now. Ectoplastered, right? Because he's plastered, because he's drunk. Good joke. Very funny.
If I thought you didn't have any expression before. A few weeks later, Kooringa needed to go into the Brisbane dry dock to have some repairs undertaken. Chief Officer Shipp was sitting in Chief Engineer Gibson's cabin with the captain and a few other people. How big's this cabin? It's party time in there.
Party? Why? Because I gotta.
Oh, God.
What?
Gotta haunt this ship.
Gotta haunt this ship.
All of a sudden, Second Engineer McIntyre burst into the cabin in a fury, demanding to know why Gibson was interfering with the work the shore labour were meant to be doing. Puzzled, Gibson asked McIntyre what the hell he was on about. Gibson explained that the shore labour had stopped the work they were doing to work on a valve. The valve had given Kooringa trouble from the time it was built 3 or 4 years before. Apparently, the chief engineer had gone down to the shore labour and told them, "Never mind that job, work on the valve that's still leaking." Do you think you might know what's going on here?
No, what's going on?
No? Oh, okay. Gibson denied issuing this order to the shore labour and denied even visiting the men in the engine room. The perplexed party marched down to the engine room. McIntyre walked up to the shore labour and pointed to Gibson, saying, "This is the chief engineer." The workers said to Gibson, "Nah, you're not the chief engineer, mate. The guy who spoke to us was tall and skinny and had white overalls with a torch sticking out."
Barnty again.
It was Barnty.
Sorry.
Yeah.
Trixie Barnty strikes again.
Still trying to direct people on his ship. Oh. Chief Officer Shipp and gang had a couple of drinks to wash that one down. No one on Kooringa dared move Burnsy's Carlton ragdoll after the story was recounted. The end.
Which I think would have definitely been Captain Carlton.
I like to think so. Some say he's still there to this day.
The rascal mascot Carlton. Anyway, so the mascot is literally just a superhero called Captain Carlton, which is just the craziest thing.
Feels like that's got to be a more recent update, right? Like, it wouldn't have been a superhero back in 1972, would it?
He has been around since the early 2000s.
Yeah. Okay.
And has been depicted on a hovercraft and on the top of the Legends stand during games. I mean, so it must have been like something else before then, I guess. Anyway.
Yeah, just a little sailor dude, I'm guessing.
The Carlton humans. Humans. The humans.
Oh, wow. Okay.
What?
Well, the Kooringa was decommissioned in 1975.
I wonder,
so only ran
does
for 6
decommission
years.
mean that it gets sunk or just like stops doing its thing?
I'll say stops doing its thing. I don't know what happened of it.
It's funny, sad. I don't know how you want to talk about it, but how you want to see it really. But I'm pretty sure.
There you go. Sorry, it was what?
It was what? I love that.
Okay, so it was decommissioned in 1975, but then scrapped in November of 1992. It's just hanging around for 20 years doing nothing.
Yeah. To the point where it needed to be scrapped.
Yeah.
But it's interesting, like, how they just, like, sink some boats. I think military boats specifically.
Yeah.
They just, like, take them out and shoot them.
They go to the farm.
Yeah.
Well, they go to the reef, right? I think that's what they hope happens. Is that a coral reef sort of springs up around them.
Right.
Because it's like a little nooks and crannies for things to start growing in.
Yeah, sure.
I do hope...
Guns.
I do hope that somewhere out there on a reef is a little ragdoll of Captain Carlton.
Me too.
Helping keep the ghost of Burnsy company.
Well, he wastes away in the ocean.
Yeah. No, I hope he's at peace.
Yeah.
I'm sure. Is this our first ghost currently in Davy Jones' locker? It might be. You know what? I noticed there's a suspicious lack of in that story.
What's that?
South Australia.
Oh, right.
Yeah.
So there's no tales of South Australian supernatural occurrences in Perth.
I guess the ship...
From people from Melbourne.
Yeah. I guess the ship was named after a city in South Australia, but that's... oh, my God. Look how tiny this book is, and that's what they're padding it with.
Loose with the facts, these guys.
The content isn't even 100 pages. Oh, dear. Well, that was something.
That was.
I don't suppose you've got a word award for today, do you?
Bullshit.
Bullshit. Yeah, it's hard to argue with that. I think I'm going to go with Burnsy. It's such a perfect Australian nickname.
That would also be my MVP.
Yes, me too. This is the first time that one single person has won both the Word Award and the MVP.
And probably the first time I think we've agreed on the MVP.
Oh, maybe. Yeah. All right, fine. My MVP is going to be Captain Carlton.
Sure.
All right. Well,
next we'll be starting conversations with the footy scores instead of the weather, huh?
Fuck. All right, I got to get out of here. I'm not hearing any more small talk from you. But you'll certainly be hearing some big talk next fortnight on Second-Hand Haunting. This week's story is from Shadows, Tales of South Australia's Supernatural by Xavier Minniecon and Michael X. Savvas. Episode edited by Callum Patrick for the Peas in a Podcast Network.